Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special TCP podcast. Here we have a cosplayer interview with a Miss Mari Villa. So, Miss Mari Villa, can you introduce yourself, please, and tell us what you like doing the most, which is cosplay?
Hi, well, thanks for having me. I'm Mari, and like you said, I'm a cosplayer, and I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. So I like to do a lot of Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts.
That's pretty good. I think that we have a bunch of questions in here that will be pretty good. We're also going to go around and we're going to introduce our guests. So, Mr. Dom, could you introduce yourself, please?
Hey, how's it going? This is Devil Dom here. Looking forward to doing I think this is the first cosplayer interview that we're doing, correct? So,
Oh, yes.
yeah, so looking forward to this, and hopefully we can do more after this one.
Mm-hmm. I got a lot lined up, as Mari knows. She's been helping me with a lot of cosplayers and getting in touch with them. So we have another one next week. But I'm going to continue introducing our guests. So Mr. Kaneki, could you introduce yourself, please?
I am Kaneki, and this is going to be a fun interview.
Mr. Brandon, could you introduce yourself, please?
Hello everybody, glad to be back, and I'll be joining the interview.
And last but not least, Mr. Reapers. He sort of was constipated and died on the toilet, but you know, when he comes back, we will introduce him. He's gonna walk in on the recording, so it's just gonna happen. But we're gonna get into the first question here, and the first question is, Miss Mari, what is your main inspiration that gave you the push to partake in cosplay in the modeling medium?
Well, I actually started, it actually started when I was like 5 years old and I started watching cartoons. I honestly couldn't tell the difference back then, whether it was like Japanese animation and stuff, and I just realized that I liked this Japanese animation. It all started with like Sailor Moon, and it went on to like Dragon Ball, and I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon, and then I was like, wow, I really like this artwork, and I started drawing myself, and then one day I actually attended one of the conventions and I saw all these people dressed up, and I was like, you know, that's really cool. Maybe one day I'll do it, and I ended up doing it when I was 12 in school. I did Dark Magician Girl, and after that I got hooked.
Awesome.
Awesome. So we're going to go to question number 2. So Mr. Devil Dom, if you have the document open, you can read that off.
This is number 2, correct? So, are you an avid gamer? If so, what games do you enjoy playing? How did you get into gaming, and what's your favorite game to play that's currently on the market?
Currently I'm playing Uncharted 4. I'm obsessed with it. I'm a big Troy Baker fan. And yeah, I think I've always been a gamer. I love the games like Jak and Daxter, Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil. I'm obsessed with it. I love horror games like Fatal Frame.
Mr. Don can attest to that since he's a big Resident Evil fan, right?
Yep. This is true.
Evil's love.
Same with
You said
Uncharted.
Fatal Frame?
Hmm?
Someone said Fatal Frame?
She did.
I
Yes.
love that series. I love that series.
Oh,
I need
it's
to get
amazing.
into that series.
Yes, it is.
Alright, so we're going to move on to question number 3. Kaneki, do you have the document open?
Yes, sir.
Could you read all question number 3, please?
What are your thoughts on the convention scene, and has it helped your cosplay flourish in that community?
I love attending conventions. Every year I go to New York Comic Con. It's always getting better and better, bigger and bigger, and I've made friends with a lot of people at booths, so I mean, I love hanging out at the Square Enix booth. I get a lot of fans there, and it's kind of fun because people buy figures and then they're like, oh, let's take a picture with Lightning.
Yeah. You figured as much because there's a lot of Final Fantasy fans out there, especially at the Square Enix booth. You know they're going to be hanging around. Also, I wanted to add on to that. Have you ever met any sort of famous actors or famous cosplayers yourself?
Well, I just want to say I met Tetsuya Nomura. I got his autograph. That was amazing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
He's the director
Yeah.
of Final Fantasy, right?
Yes, he actually signed my Cloud print.
Oh, that is so
That
cool.
sounds cool.
That's very cool, yeah. One of these days I have to see a picture of you showing the cloud print. That'd be pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, that was like 2 hours online, but it was well worth it.
So I think we're on question number 4, I believe. So I'm gonna read that off. To add on to that, what would be your dream cosplay convention to attend if you had the opportunity to go?
I want to attend one day San Diego Comic Con because everybody says it's like the mecca of cosplays to go to, like cosplay conventions. And I think I want to do the goddess version of Lightning because I already did it once, but it was my first try, so I did it out of foam, and now I finally got into Warbler.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it gets much better.
Also, I just wanted to say, since they said San Diego Comic Con is like the mecca, how was New York Comic Con compared to that one?
Well, obviously New York is a little smaller since San Diego has like all this space, and like I heard it's like the whole town practically in San Diego versus New York that's just the Javits Center.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty big. They're both at the same level. I know, I think last year they said that they almost broke the record of reaching the same amount of people attending.
Oh, okay, so it must be pretty huge if that's the case. So, we're going to move on to question number 5. Mr. Don, could you read that off, please?
Yeah. How do you deal with negativity in the cosplay community, and what would be your words to aspire and help people who dealt with worse situations?
Well, I've always had this mindset of, do what you love and don't let anybody ever tell you not to do anything that you want to do. Like, if you like something, you should never give up on it just because someone tells you, oh, you're not good at it or something like that. I've never personally been attacked by anyone, but I have seen negative things happen at conventions, and it's just, you have to be optimistic and you have to be positive, and you have to think that, after all, this is just about fun. It's about you going there, portraying your favorite character, being who you want to be, and not letting anybody ruin your day.
Exactly, because I see a lot of people post about the negativity and just stuff that shouldn't be happening in general, that people should have common sense about, like keeping their hands off people. I think that is a big rule that definitely should be adhered to, because obviously someone might feel disrespected. So I can see people putting out that voice as well as giving their input on the situation.
Yeah.
So, we're going to move on to question number 6. Mr. Kaneki, could you read that off, please?
Yes, I can. Is there any other mediums you're into that are comic book / animated inspired, and could you list off some of your favorites?
I'm a big manga fan. I love, like, the Japanese comic books. What do I read? I love Get Backers. After I started reading the series, I got into the anime and Hanakimi. I like a bunch of genres. I'm a big horror fan, so I like this one called Dark Edge.
I also think Mr. Reapers is back.
Yeah, I never heard of Dark Edge.
I'm
gonna fact check it right now.
I never heard of that either,
Yeah.
actually. Same with Get Backers. Never heard of that one, but
Hey.
maybe I can get some information on that afterwards.
Hey Reapers, you want to introduce yourself since you're kind of late?
No, just forget about it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, my name is Reapers. Nice to meet you, Mari. I
Nice
think
to
I'm
meet
saying
you.
it right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright, let's get this rolling.
he said it wrong. Burn this man. No, I'm kidding. So, so we're gonna move on to question number 7. Since you just got back, Reapers, you can read that off.
Oh, hooray! All right. Who has been your favorite character to cosplay to date?
Lightning, definitely, from Final Fantasy.
That's cool.
I wonder, do you have any... Well, hold on, let me take a look at that. Just to add on to that, I guess we'll do number 8. To add on to that, what other cosplays have you personally done outside of Lightning?
I did an anti-Sora version from Kingdom Hearts, and I did 7 from Final Fantasy Type O.
Okay.
It's not bad.
So, for question number 9, what are your thoughts on crafting and creating material for cosplay, and have you personally done it to enhance your own costume?
Yeah, I like to work a lot with cardboard. And, I mean, I know some people like to criticize cardboard because they're like, you should do Warbler, but I've always been like a cardboard girl. I like the weight and the proportions of it. It also makes the props look more realistic.
So, a cardboard girl in a dreamy world. No, I'm kidding. All right, so we're gonna move on. I don't think Brendan read. Which question was that? Question number
That was
10, I
number
believe.
9.
Yeah.
That was actually number 9. So
No, I
10
want him
would
to
be-
take 10. That's what it meant.
Right.
So, Mr. Brendan, could you take off number 10?
No, okay, yeah. How long do you plan to continue your hobby of cosplay, and how has this hobby personally helped or influenced your life?
Well, I feel like I used to be shy when I was in school, and getting into this really helped me get out of my shell. Like, put on the wig, felt like a superhero kind of thing.
You plan to kick some ass?
Yeah. I had to pick the most kick-ass girl. And probably, I think I'll do it until, I don't know, maybe I get famous, like, do a voice acting. That's actually my dream job. One day I want to be a voice actor, so.
Have you ever tried going on any auditions? Because it's very interesting you say that, because we interview like about 2 voice actors now, and they seem very, very relaxed and very cool. So, have you ever thought about doing some auditions, or maybe like do some auditions for game developers that you may enjoy, like the Final Fantasy people, like Square Enix?
I would love to. I'm currently getting in contact with some of the Square Enix people. Hopefully I get some callbacks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we hope the best for you as well. Us at the TCP podcast, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope they call me too.
Yeah.
I actually want to ask: are there any particular characters that you would like to voice that are out, either out there for games that haven't been localized, or games that have been localized that you just want to like kind of give, I guess, a taste of what you can do in terms of voice acting?
Well, I mean, I don't want to take away their glory. I think all of them are perfect. But Rule of Rose, the main character, Jennifer, I would have loved to give that a try.
Rule of Rose, I remember that game. I've never really played it, but I do remember the name. I'm gonna have to check that out after this podcast. But I guess we're on question number 11 right now. Name some of the best and worst aspects of preparing a cosplay.
The worst is timing. Like, you always prepare and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this next year. And then next thing you know, it's like a month before the convention. And you still haven't done anything.
Oh,
And
that sucks.
And then the best part has to be definitely being able to wear it on the day of the convention, because you're like, wow, I didn't think I was going to get this done.
You guys have any questions for her right now? What about you, Mr. Reaper?
No, I'm actually looking through her stuff, and it's not bad. I'm really digging it. The lightning.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. But right now, no further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Meeting adjourned.
I didn't know we were in court.
Guilty.
Objection.
All right. Well, before we diverge, because I'm laughing too much, we're gonna do question number 12. I guess Mr. Kaneki, you can take question number 12.
What are your thoughts on the principal photography phase after a cosplay shoot, and the amount of work that goes into photos to make them look as good as possible post-production?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what I think about the photographers, the process.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They're incredible. I have seen these people work in the rain at the convention. Last year, there was like this big ass storm that came out of nowhere, and they were shooting in the rain, going on the floor. They're incredible.
Or Sharknado?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
Screw that movie.
I had to run out with like a trash bag on me from how bad it was raining.
But I guess we're moving on to question number 13. Mr. Don, could you read that off, please?
What would be your dream cosplay to do?
Let's see. That's kind of hard. I'm still torn between Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, but I guess I would like to do the Red Dragon from Final Fantasy 13. It's like an alternative outfit Lightning can get.
I'm surprised. Have you ever played Parasite Eve?
I actually own it, but I've never gotten to play it. I never
It's a really
get
good
around
game.
to it.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do like Aya Bray or something like that.
I thought about it, but I was like, oh, I really want to get the armors done and over with, and then one day I could do the easier ones.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this question was in here. I mean, I'm probably wrong, but I wanted to add like a little question, which was, do you ever have you ever looked up to any other cosplayers? I don't know if that was already in here.
I
Just missed
don't
it.
think it was. No.
Is there anybody that you've like looked up to before and doing what you do now? And it's like, oh, I want to do this, or I
Well,
like
when
how
I-
this person does this and that.
When I first started, I really didn't know about famous cosplayers. So I didn't really look up to them, but then I did start Googling them and stuff like that, and I really love Jessica Neary's work.
Oh
Alright,
yeah,
she's Jessica Neary. I'm gonna shout out to her.
a little plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen her work. I think she does a lot of Pokemon stuff as well, which looks, it looks pretty awesome to see that stuff because, it's relevant. A lot of people are playing Pokemon Go. So, Mari, do you have any other plans for future cosplays that you could tell us?
Oh, I'm actually planning to do a drag version of Cloud since the remake is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
That's cute.
Oh, is it the one where he's in the brothel with the dress?
Yes.
Oh my god. Alright, so I think we're on the last question right now, or did I do number 13 already?
I
Yeah.
did 13.
You did.
I read
You
off
did it.
13.
Oh, okay, so that's the last question in the document, so I'll do this one. In closing, what advice would you give those who want to try out cosplay but are nervous in the premise of doing so?
I'd say, don't be nervous. If you really like something, go for it. And, you're going to be welcome when you go to a convention. You're going to find yourself people that are going to love what you do. You're going to find your own groups. Next thing you know, you're going to have a photo shoot. Actually, that's how I met a couple of people. I was doing Lightning, and then they were doing different Final Fantasies, and then we're like, oh my god, we're like Dissidia. So we ended up
Oh,
we ended up going around practically kidnapping every Final Fantasy person we would find, and we ended up in Square Enix having this big photo shoot.
you should have took all their chocobos, that would have been nice.
Nobody dressed as a chocobo, but we did find a Moogle.
Live shout out on the podcast for Moogle.
You're talking about the Moogle?
He's gonna come in with the moose now.
Oh.
Shout out to Moogle, what a freaking loser.
Alright, so I think if you gentlemen have any more questions, you can be free to ask Miss Mari Villa for the podcast.
Well, I got one.
Go
What are
ahead.
your thoughts on Final Fantasy 15?
That's a good question.
Oh, the graphics look amazing. I really love it. The first time I heard about it, somebody told me it was Cloud, and he had come back with black hair. So I was like, what? Then I googled it, and I was like, no, it's Noctis.
They're pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much Zack with shorter hair.
Well, they're my favorite characters, so I'm like, I feel like that's their love child version.
Their love child.
Have you looked into any of the characters and have been like, oh, I might, cosplay as them once the game comes out, or you're just like you're good where you are right now, as
Like
of now?
Sid, for example?
Sid, that other chick, I forget what her name is. That's
Stella.
yeah. Wait, is that his friend's sister, or is that Noctis's
You're
romance?
thinking of Iris.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was the little girl in the anime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
pretty
remember.
much goofy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually working on Gladio's sword because I'm thinking of doing a femme version of him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Gender bent.
I love getting the guys with the big swords. It's just like crazy.
I love playing as them.
Nope.
And eventually failing because, Reapers can't play Final
No.
Fantasy well. No.
I played it really good, so.
I love the
can't
demo.
cosplay.
Have you seen the Platinum demo or played it, Mari?
The one with I forgot his name, the little white thingy, Carbuncle?
I don't know
The,
what that thing is.
That's the tech demo.
Well, really?
You
It's a
play
tech
the-
demo?
Yeah, the tech demo where you see like the weather changes and the day to night transition.
Oh, yeah, where you play as the small Noctis and then at the end he grows up and you fight that big giant monster.
Behemoth, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
behemoth. It's pretty cool. I can't wait to play the game. So
Did you
I
play this Descade or Descade?
Dusky episode.
The bigger one.
No,
Oh yeah, I played it.
I haven't, unfortunately.
Isn't that a pre-order exclusive?
Yes, it was.
I think it was, and now it's not. I think you can get it now, I believe.
I want to play it. That's a shame, man. If it is out, I definitely will try it. But I would like to conclude this by saying,
I was gonna.
Oh, go ahead, Dom.
I was gonna ask a question really quick before we conclude. I was gonna ask, are there any cosplayers that you'd like to do photo shoots with, but haven't gotten the chance to yet?
Yeah, she's actually a friend of mine. Her name's Lucy Guapa. I never get to do a full-on photo shoot with her.
Oh.
You should just say, you know what? I'm gonna call you up and I'm gonna give you a big old hug and some chocolates, cause you coming out and you doing this shoot with me pronto.
I should just pull a kidnap on her instead.
Kidnapper. Yeah, you should go in there with a chocobo and just say, you know what, hoverboard, don't even say anything.
Come with me, you want to live.
Actually, Ren, weren't you trying to do cosplay of Wesker? Did this interview help you out with that? You feel more confident about doing it?
I wanted to do a cosplay of Blade,
Blade.
but
He's
Oh my
gonna
God.
do Blade.
I'm
that's
the Afro
not
Samurai.
hey, I would look so weird with blonde hair. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Hey man, some people
Just
do
own
it.
it. Just
Yeah,
own
you gotta
it.
own it.
Oh
I
my
would
god.
like to do Sherry Birkin.
You don't think people look weird with pink lightning hair?
Oh,
You gotta own
yeah.
it. You gotta make it work.
Yeah, I've heard it all. I've heard like cotton candy hair and Pepto Bismol.
Right.
Oh my god.
I want candy.
Alright, so I wanted to conclude with a question actually. That is, what are you looking forward to in the Final Fantasy 15 game?
I'm looking forward to playing as Gladio. He just looks amazing.
What do you think about the gameplay?
I love it. I mean, I like the fact that you get to dodge and like it feels like you're moving them more than versus you just telling them to attack.
Oh yeah, it's not turn-based anymore.
Oh, you prefer the action-based other than the turn-based.
Yeah.
Join the club.
That's not bad at all. I really liked what was it, Crisis Core? I really liked how that combat worked. Yeah, that game was pretty incredible.
I love the city.
The
Oh,
cities
yeah.
too. So
I'm gonna be a total girl about Crisis Core and say that I cried on that.
I think everyone did, and I know what you're referring to as well.
Yeah. Do not spoil it.
No, I'm not gonna
It's
spoil
old.
it for the viewers. It's old, but I don't want anyone knocking at my door saying, "Hey, I still got that axe for your ass" when you spoiled that on the cooperative podcast.
Man,
So you know.
just get the Buster Sword.
But I think that's gonna be it for today. If we have like any more opportunities, Mari, for you to come on after you did like a slew of cosplays that are new, and some stuff that you'd like to talk about with us, we would love to have you back on, especially for some of the gaming stuff, because you really know your stuff when it comes to Final Fantasy. So we have a segment where we talk about it. We certainly wouldn't mind having you back.
Thank you. I would love to be back. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes us.
Yeah, I love the pictures, like your profiles.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
man.
Brandon's is the worst because his face is like a little bit disfigured right now, so...
Well, I'm kind of stoned, you know. So.
When we're gonna endure that movie, Ren, the best scary movie ever.
Man, it'll happen. It'll happen, but we're gonna do our sign-off, so Mr. Bow Devil Dom, where could we find you? Oh, wait,
Alright.
I have been rude. I have been rude. My apologies. I think
Yes,
that
you
the
have.
guest should do her sign-off first, where you can find her and her relevant information.
How dare you, sir?
I'm sorry, my bad. My bad.
Scumbag.
So, Miss Mari, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at MariVilla1016, and you can find me on my page, Sinful Heaven Mari Villa, on Facebook.
Okay. So, Mr. Dominic, you can do your sign-offs, please.
Alright, so as you guys know, my name is BioDevil Dom. You can find me on YouTube as BioDevil_Dom. Same on Twitter, and then on Twitch, it's Dom241996. I do have plans to stream on the TCP channel. over on Twitch for Shenmue 2 for a little bit, and that's going to be like a full-on playthrough, kind of like Reapers with DMC 3. So yeah, hopefully we can do some of that, and yeah, hope to see you there.
Wanna play a game looking at?
Well, oh, shut up, Brandon.
Absolutely.
You do your outro, sir.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, well, yeah. That. Okay, well, you can find me on Twitter at ArcadeMagic514. Of course, I would join Dom for the stream, help the little scrub out, you know. It'll be all fun.
I never played that game before.
Yeah, I didn't play it, but I seen enough of it to help you out with it.
Alright, Mr. Toilet Master Reapers, where can we find you?
Fuck off, Ren. Fuck, you freaking let somebody else go first before the guest.
Hey, I apologize. I apologize, good
I
sir.
imagined you open the door for Dom and then close it right when Mari's trying to go through. Anyways, you can find me on Twitter at Reapers240. That's also my Twitch and my YouTube, where I'll be doing DMC stuff with the gang, and also We Have You Hugh, which is gonna be hype, really fun. Can't wait to hit another old lady. But that's about it for me.
Mr. Kaneki, can you do your outro, please?
Yes, I can. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch, Google Order. And on YouTube, it's the same name, but you gotta space out each word. And I'll be planning on streaming on the TCP channel on Twitch, where 17 more days till the specific game comes out.
Right.
Yeah.
KOF.
King of Fighters 14, to be exact.
Well,
TBH.
you can find me on Twitter at RenOperative_. You can find me on YouTube at Renegade Operative. I probably will not be around tomorrow because I'm going to be busy rendering the videos, editing, all that good stuff. I'm probably going to be free after Monday, and Monday is going to be the Daredevil discussion where we talk about, you know, a man from Hell's Kitchen just beating everyone to a living pope. So that's going to be pretty good. And I'm going to be around for the next cosplayer interview with one of Mari's friends, Miss Lauren McAllister. I talked to her a bit, and she said she's going to be more than welcome to be on board on the 13th. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to possibly having you back, Mari. This is the TCP podcast signing off, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care. See you, YouTube land.
See
Hey
ya.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sayonara.